This video is sponsored by BMI Solutions, your one-stop shop for document scanners in the UK. Check out bmisolutions.co.uk. Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and in this video I'm bringing you my full review of the Mobislyder. Now, I showed you this slider actually being unboxed about a week ago. I've had a good play with it now, tested out its features, and in this video I want to show you it in action and also offer up my final opinion on it. Now, before I show you the Mobislyder in action, I'll just let you know that this here, that's also in shot, this is a Pico dolly, and you can purchase this without the head, of course. This is an additional purchase, and this allows you to attach a camera on the top, and then you can slide it around and get sort of cool panning shots and special effects in your videos. Well, the Mobislyder is very similar. Now, you can buy larger ones of these, and this is really designed to be a compact portable unit that you can put compact cameras on, mobile phones, etc. And I'm going to show you with a couple of different options mounted on top here. And what it allows you to do is actually mount the camera on top and then slide it across your subject matter to get really cool panning shots. Now, this has got sort of almost sticky sort of rubberized feet on each corner, a really nice sort of extruded piece of aluminium in the middle here, and then this sliding mechanism. Now, the camera I've got on here at the moment is the Canon PowerShot S110. You could quite as easily mount a smartphone on here as well. You get all different holders included in the package. You'll have seen that again in the unboxing. And I'm going to actually use it now and then show you the footage. So let's turn the PowerShot S110 on. And you can see that I've got some little bits and pieces set up in shot here. And the idea is, you sort of set your camera off to the side here, for example, and then let's set this recording. And then we're going to do a nice sort of slow panning shot across these little models that I've got on the shelf here. Now, it's quite tricky to get a nice sort of smooth pan across those particular little models. What you can do on here is you've got a little button here. Now, I had trouble with this initially, but it does add some friction to the head or the sliding mechanism. So we can push this in like so, and it actually engages a little sort of, I think it's made of nylon or a little sort of plastic wheel inside. And now when I slide it across the other way, it actually gives me some sort of resistance, so I get a smoother shot. So here we go. So I'm still pushing the same sort of amount of pressure I'm putting on the little head here, but because I've got resistance, it's giving me a much smoother panning shot. So you get the idea. And like I said, you can mount compact cameras, or you could mount even a small DSLR or a compact system camera on here, and it works extremely well. Let's just swap this over. So I'm just going to release here. There's a little sort of turny portion just to release this ball head. And this is one of the included sort of mounting options. And I can now disconnect this from my S110. And what I'm going to do is actually mount a small camcorder just to see if it takes the weight of the camcorder, which I'm sure it will. So we just put all this back together like so. Push that in, push that on here. Come on, you know you can do it. Let's just loosen this off a little bit more. So this mounting head is really plasticky. That's one of the downsides of this. But then it is a cheap product. So let's just take this off again. Make sure I'm undoing this the correct way. There we go. So it's actually come completely apart now. Let's just pop this back in so it bites the two portions together, like so. And we're going to pop this back on the base. Do the base first, and then we will pop the camcorder on. And that's actually tricky to mount actually. And this is really one of the downsides. It's made primarily of these plastic parts, and it's not fantastic at sort of putting these mounts back on. Is it going to hold the weight of my camcorder? That is the question. I think it will. Perhaps not. So this is one of the limitations. Let's try and tweak that up a little bit tighter. Ugh. So there we go. It doesn't really hold it perfectly. Let's see if we can get some panning shots going with this camcorder here. So we're going to zoom right out. We're going to have to pull this a little bit closer, just so that we can get those angry birds in shot. And we are ready to record. So here we go. Let's try a panning shot with this. So I've taken the friction off. I'm going to actually put the friction back on. There we go, that'll do. And let's straighten this up. We'll do a practice sweep first. Yep, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not set up perfectly, but let's just set this recording and then we can pan across. And again, you'll be seeing this panning shot full size on your screen as well. And you can see it will work with a small compact camcorder. Now, of course, you don't have to have this panning across from left to right. You could, in fact, turn this around like so and have this actually going from sort of foreground to background. So we could start this off here, for example, and we could then set the recording going and have this actually panning towards the subject. Like so. You get the idea. Let's actually just set that one going again, and what we're going to do is we're going to point this upwards a little bit more, if it'll take the weight, which it will just about, and we are going to go into that angry bird in the middle. So we'll start with the wide angle shot. We'll set this going to record, and then we're going to go and slide this in. So you could achieve this with zoom, of course, but this is a lot smoother, and you could also do sort of pull and push focuses with this. If I had something with maybe a better lens on, then I could have it so that it brought that angry bird into focus when I came in closer to it. So you get the idea. Let's just remove this from the mount so you get another nice look at the Mobislyder. Now, as I said, one of the downsides of the Mobislyder is that a lot of the components are plastic, so they're not fantastically made, but it is a good little product. Once you sort of work with its limitations, then it is very, very useful indeed. And as you can see, very, very easy to put these mounts back together. Now, I'm going to just point out a couple of negatives, which I did point out in my unboxing, and that is not too keen on how this sort of friction portion works. It does work, but not brilliant. And also, this portion here, it does lock into place, but even when it's locked, you can still turn it. So I just wish they'd used a little tiny better bit componentry on this sort of section here in the middle. But apart from that, it is fantastic. And if you're looking for a cheap slider that you can use with your mobile phone, compact cameras, and a small size camcorder, if you really want to push the sort of usability of this, then it's very, very good indeed. And you can create some really nice looking shots. So if you're a video producer, check out the Mobislyder. Of course, you can spend a lot more money and get a larger slider, which will accommodate larger DSLR cameras and video cameras. But this is a good budget option. Thanks very much for watching. Please do give this video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.